Hi everyone, for today's book review we're going to be looking at this interesting little book called Italian Battleships 1928 to 1957, an illustrated technical reference by Wayne Scarpacci. It's a lovely compact book that is chock full of photos, line drawings and some exquisite paintings. The line drawings and the paintings have all been done by the author. And it covers the battleships that were in service with the Italian Navy from the years in the title. So basically the years that covered the decade leading up to World War II, and then the battleships that were involved in the Second World War, and then their fates in the decade afterwards. Being an illustrated technical reference, the focus of the book is on the careers of the individual battleships and their technical characteristics, their stats, their configurations, and how they were altered throughout their lives. The beautiful paintings in this book are its greatest feature. The author truly understands the power of framing, of color, and of movement. His artworks are absolutely stunning, and you can see some of them in the images up here in the corner. He truly knows how to position a ship and have it looking amazing. It helps as well that the Italians had some aesthetically beautiful battleships. But the lighting, the positioning, and as an extra touch to add a sense of movement and drama in some of the artworks, you can also see he's added some aircraft, period correct aircraft, I should add, in to give some extra life to these paintings. They're beautiful to look at and admire. As I mentioned earlier, the line drawings have also been done by the author. Unfortunately, because all the photos, all the elements of this book have been compressed into slightly smaller dimensions, what has resulted is that when you do open up the book, some of the photos look fuzzy, some of the artworks aren't as crisp or as bright as originally intended, and some of the line drawings, while exquisitely executed, do come off just a little bit blurry. Which is unfortunate, because a lot of care and effort and love has gone into this book. And certainly it is a wonderful visual guide. There's plenty of photos and lots of technical details to pore over. In terms of reading, this book reads like a naval report. US naval classifications have been imposed onto the Italian Navy, and just certain turns of phrases may be jarring for those who are used to reading books by John Jordan or Norman Friedman or Erminio Bagnasco. So just beware there. Of course, it's not that hard to read through it, but just bear in mind that sometimes it sounds more like a report than an actual book. There is a timeline at the beginning of this book, which could have done with a bit more editing. I don't understand how the assassination of JFK had any bearing on anything to do with the Italian battleships, considering the time period ends at 1957, and the littorals were scrapped by then. Just tiny little things that could have been tweaked to bring this book up. But great drawings, absolutely exquisite, masterful illustrations, and plenty of photos for your eyes to pore over. So if you can find this book at a good price and you don't have any other information about the Italian battleships, then this is a great starting point. The effort that has gone into also illustrating and documenting the details of projects or Italian battleships that were never built is also extremely helpful. And so you get some visual inspiration of what those classes and ships would have looked like. Some other books that you may consider as an equivalent or something to look into if you can't find a book, this particular book, then an excellent reference is this one, Regia Marina, Italian Battleships of World War II, A Pictorial History, by Erminio Bagnasco and Mark Grossman, which is a beautifully detailed book, lots of photos, line drawings, and if I remember correctly, even damage assessments. But yes, this is a lovely breezy guide to go through. If you're interested in the visual specifics of certain Italian battleships, then you can't go wrong with the DK books, the Kagura books. So you've got their super drawings in 3D, Litoro, Vetero Veneto, and of course the tragic and unfortunate Roma. And then if you are willing to fork out just a little bit more money so that you've got an overall reference of all Italian Navy, you can always hunt down Maurizio Brescia's Mussolini's Navy. And if you are an absolute die-hard fan of the Littorio class battleships, well, then you really can't go much further than the Littorio class by Erminio Bagnasco and Augusto de Toro. So there's plenty of options out there as well if you can't find this particular book. For this book, it is a 3 captain's hats. There's lots of beautiful visual information, and the paintings are absolutely exquisite. So there you have it. A book about Italian battleships, and plenty of other books as well, should your interest be piqued. So go out and enjoy.